Hi, and welcome to Grandma Janice Builds Legos. I'm Grandma Janice, and I originally was going to write a script for this, but we're just going to wing it and talk and introduce Grandma Janice and her building of Lego bricks. As I was reminded that technically Legos is not plural, but I've always used it as a plural ever since I learned about it. So here we go. And let's see as we walk through. So I'm going to first get you introduced as to why I thought this was going to be a fun idea. Voila. I was shopping at a bookstore for books and walked by this display and was like, holy cow. I've always liked Legos. I thought they were fun when my little brother was playing with them way back when. And then when my now 35-year-old son was a child and played with them, I enjoyed playing them as well. And when I saw these botanical kits sets, I was like, holy cow, they have got me. So I sent a picture to my son and said, did you know about this? And he's like, oh, yeah, they've been doing it for years. And then he told me that that bonsai tree can also do two versions. And the one version that has flowers, it's actually little frogs. And I'm like, really? So, of course, I had to Google it and learn all about that. So, this got me all excited. But I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. So then I saw somebody post this picture. Now, I'm not 100% sure those are all Lego sets that they might be compatibles, but I saw this picture somebody shared of artwork, and I'm like, holy cow, I want to do that. I want to do that. Um, so at Christmas time, my daughter was with me and she was trying to buy me a Christmas present. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm gonna have construction in my home and I don't want anything extra. All I had her buy was a manual can opener. She's like, but I gotta get you some. I said, for my birthday, buy me some Lego botanicals. And my birthday and Mother's Day are right at the same time. I said, so do both. So we'll get to that later. But she did do that. So turns out my daughter was going to have a baby. And I was planning the family baby shower. And I said, oh, let's make it Lego themed. Who knew Lego did not license their products for parties? So there's no plates, cups, that kind of napkins, tablecloths, whatever. But of course, there's plenty of Legos. And if you go to their website, they do have party invitation templates and ideas for kid themed Lego parties. So I said, well, that's fine. Let's do that. So I decided, well, I'm going to make Lego people. And if you've watched the little mini Lego people video that is already here on the YouTube channel, you'll see that I was working on them. But I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. I did try to build with the Lego minifigs creator, but they didn't have the right color shirts, hairs combination available on the minifig creator at the time. They may have updated it since then. I haven't checked. So I ordered the parts and you'll see there. So we have, hopefully my arrow will show, we have my daughter. She has, this is actually a purse, but I made it as a fanny pack because that's what she does. She has the baby bottle and one game controller. And this is her name is Bailey. And this is Tristan. Tristan's the dad, and he always wears a baseball cap. He's really into games. That actually is a part owner in a gaming store. So he's got a controller, and he has an older son, Ryder, and Ryder's into game and always dresses like his dad. So he's got a great game controller too. And this was the pending baby who has entered the world. His name is Chase, but Lego had this little baby, so he came along too. So I worked with them and worked with them. And Tristan always wears Under Armour shirts. So I created an Armour logo to go in there. It's actually printed on a see-through return address label. And then, of course, Ryder got one as well. And then after many iterations of my daughter saying a band shirt, because I originally thought she meant her high school band shirts because she wears those a lot, got the right one for her. I could not print on the clear for her because it would not show on her black shirt. Um, I did get told later that I didn't have their heads on right, that I was supposed to have these heads pushed down. And I'm like, well, it's fine. I'm leaving it that way because you'll see later why. Um, but I couldn't get them to snap on all the way. And it could just be that I forgot how to do it or whatever. I later, after I was told I was doing it wrong, did figure out how to get them on right. But this is how they're going to stay. So there's Bailey up close, and the purse fell, but it's intended to be a fanny pack. And there's Ryder up close, and Tristan holding the baby up close. Then what I did is I took a picture of them and had a friend print on Coroplast and make full size. So this then is blown up to be an actual 5'7" Bailey. And then we have a 6-foot Tristan and a 4-foot Ryder. So how is that for decorations for a party and still being on Lego theme? Don't mind my messy desk behind. These are actually Duplo blocks. So I hunted down and got Duplos. I did find online the suggested patterns to make the letters. So you see that says baby, and the recommendations of what to do, and what pattern to do to make the baby. I had to enhance them a little bit because I wanted them a little bigger, and then also to try to stabilize them a little bit. And then there's a couple more sets of these, the colors. I always ran out when we got to the Ys. Isn't that silly? And pardon my messy desk. Because when I originally took these pictures, I had no idea I was going to share them on YouTube. And another one. And here's some more in a box. These are starting to be regular Lego sets, so they're not quite as big. So then I had to adapt and, to say, okay, do I do double sets? Do I do triple sets? But how to line them up together and then still have them be stabilized so they can stay together. And if you've ever built, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here's an example of what was at the party. Now these ones, this Tristan's 12 inches, and so they're proportional to the original based on Tristan as 6 foot being 1 foot, so a 1-to-6 ratio. And you see the baby here, and then somewhere on the table, the little tiny actual figures were supposed to be sitting on top of here, but the person who put them out for me didn't always put them on top. So somewhere on this table, these people are candy Lego blocks, Lego bricks. And the cake also had candy, white chocolate colored bricks on it. Somebody else made that cake as a favor. Oh, here's an example then of them setting out with just some random Lego pieces, and you'll see the people on top. In this case, they put the baby with Bailey. And here's another version of it where this is how they were supposed to be. They were supposed to be sitting here on top of the things. And again, the person put the baby with Bailey because they couldn't figure out how to get Tristan to hold it, although it was intended to be the other way. You'll see the name tags here, that the name tags had a Lego brick theme on it as well. And here is the twins with their actual people. So here was, conveniently, some of the gifts for the kids because it was a family baby shower. Not all the kids took all the Lego packs. So this was my first Lego build after the party. And again, no idea that I thought, hey, I should do a YouTube channel. So as I was building this set here, I'm building, and you see these stems here and how to put them up here. And this one stem, you build the bud and then you stick the stem in. So I'm making editorial comments with my husband in the room and I'm going, okay, now I'm supposed to do this. And I gotta stick this thing up its butt. My husband looked at me and goes, does it really say that? And I'm looking at him and I'm like, no, there's no words in this thing at all. It's just pictures. It's me interpreting the pictures to get that. So he just shook his head and went on. Here was one of the sets that my daughter bought me for my birthday slash Mother's Day. I don't know which one was for which, so I'm just gonna, show them to you. And here's me starting to work on it and starting to put the build together and be fascinated by it. And again, I'm making editorial comments. Oh, I should show you. I did learn with these big sets now, there is an app for your phone that takes the booklet that comes with the set and it walks you through how to do it. Still just pictures, but it lets you rotate the image so you can look at the piece better and how they go together. I should show you that then when I start building, shouldn't I? And here's the finished product. Ta-da! And then this was the other set she bought me. And I worked on that and I took a few pictures in between. Here was my fascination. I was so excited because, my son had told me about the frogs. Well, this has butterflies for flowers. And I was like, oh my God, look at that. So that's why I had to take a picture. And then here, this one, it has hats. These are just hats that can go on the minifigs, and the hats then become the flowers on that item. And here's those three finished, three of the nine. So here's the little butterflies, and here's the little hats, and the other flower. Now here's all the completed ones together that I've done thus far. And then what I did is, because I had all these random sets when I was building the word baby and what have you, I dug out the flowers from that set. I think I overpopulated this one thing here, and you'll see there's a little tree and some flower stems there, but there we go. One of the first things we're going to build together when I get to this is we're going to build a vase for these loose flowers. Because a lot of people I know who've done this say, oh, I just put it in a regular vase. I'm like, I'm not putting it in a regular vase. I'm going to build a Lego vase. Here's the next couple of sets that I got. Now, I bought these on an Amazon Prime Days deal, so I saved a few bucks. But you'll see these are all stemmed botanicals as well. So what I'm going to do with those is I'll build some vases for those, but that will be after we build these together. So I hope you look forward to building with me and seeing more. And make suggestions on what you might want to see Grandma build. And we'll talk soon. Thanks for listening. And let me find my stop record button. You guys get to hear me.